This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. It is Thursday.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. We got a beautiful panel, and I know out there, all of you are beautiful too.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was stalling because my earpiece fell out.
Okay.
But I know you're beautiful. All right, a lot has changed in our society in the past 50 years, and some older adults are sharing the things that are normal in today's America that were totally rude back when they were growing up. So BuzzFeed put together this list, and I want y'all to see what you think of this. First up, wearing hats indoors. Does it bother you when someone does it?
Not to me, not anymore.
At a restaurant, a nice restaurant, you want to see a guy with a base? I don't like that.
At a nice restaurant, I
Take
don't
the hat
like
off,
it.
yeah.
I don't like it. I also don't like that people don't like dress up for nice restaurants
Totally
anymore.
agree.
Like, where are you going?
Agreed. Put on some pants. My dad, we took
Wow,
my dad, he's
put on
visiting.
some pants.
He was wearing shorts. He went back to the hotel. He wanted to change into long pants for dinner.
This is the story of my life. I have to urge my husband to get out of his college look
Yeah. Yes.
at 44, but we're making progress. We are.
You're so good. You're like, you do you, boo. I love when you say that to him.
I say you do you, but let's
Yeah.
use the hat and put on a collared shirt.
All right, here's another clothing-related one. Wearing PJs out of the house. I know our audience right now is screaming that this is inappropriate. Just a lot of people find who are more traditional, this is sloppy, lazy, and privileged in some respects. Am I right?
Yeah, it really depends on where people are going. I personally wouldn't wear pajamas out of the house because my pajamas are actually my pajamas. It also makes me a little queasy to think are you also just getting back in bed because now they're outside clothes. So are you bringing the outside into your bed? I mean, if you are,
Good point.
that's on you, but it just makes me think those things.
Yes. What about kids who do it as a style choice? Would that be cool for you? If
A style choice is fine,
Cool.
and obviously, whatever the younger generation has is going to do something to try and be subversive to the culture, so I get that. But I don't know, if somebody's got on pajama bottoms at a nice restaurant, it kind of takes down the whole ambiance a little
Totally.
bit to me.
Yeah, the
Agreed.
ambience, you almost
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah, I did. It almost
Very
came
proud of
out.
you. How about this one? Not sending thank you notes. Are you guilty of this?
I'm not guilty of
Never.
this.
You're never.
I am so into thank you notes, and Sophie's birthday just passed. I'm now instilling that into her. I want her to actually handwrite, not just sign her name, actually handwrite what she's thankful for, what the exact gift was. Can't be generic, gotta come from the heart.
I love that. Judy made me write out my bat mitzvah thank you notes in pencil, write them again, and then a third time.
Why?
I don't have great penmanship.
I
I look like a serial killer being like, thank you for my gift.
But I don't know. To me, the worse the handwriting, the more endearing it is.
Yeah.
One of my buddy's son just graduated high school, and they sent the what is that called? Announcement. Thank you, Erica. And it was in his handwriting, and the handwriting wasn't great, but I knew that he wrote it, and it was
cute.
good. Yeah.
That's really cute. All right, how do you feel about this? Oh boy, I'm someone who does this. People bring in their pets everywhere, even to restaurants or when you're getting your nails done. If you have a cute little dog and it was bred to be a lap dog.
I think Erica's got a story about a cute little dog when we were out to dinner.
Spike, you brought
In
Spike?
Miami?
No, we were out to dinner in Miami, and this was a very, very upscale restaurant.
Very
That's
upscale.
rude.
And the table next to us not only had their dog at the table, but the dog was sitting in a chair
my God.
eating off the
plate?
table.
No, that's rude.
It was like a
Yeah.
90-pound poodle. It was a big dog.
Like a standard. That's a standard.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
yes.
God.
And this was the bill was going to be this was a nice restaurant.
But Erica,
the
you
heck?
do dress Spike up to go look at Christmas lights.
Yeah, but I don't bring. See, Spike is he's a home dog,
Right, but he gets to see Christmas lights.
Yes,
Good.
yes,
He
we
should.
we have taken Spike to see Christmas
He
lights.
should.
It's in our car though.
Yeah.
And he's colorblind, so he's like, what is this? I'm not seeing any of this. I don't get what this is. All right, here's one we would never do as kids, calling grown-ups by their first names. How do you feel about this? So I grew up calling them by their first names. My school from pre-K to senior year, every teacher, including the headmaster, was called by their first name.
Wow.
So it was and it still is, it is to have a correlation of trust, to question authority, to have a bond. And I was extremely close to my teachers, but it's hard for me to say Mrs. because I've never in my life said it.
If I remember, I came home one day and the woman across the street, I said to my mom, well, Linda said, my mom goes, who? I said, well, Linda said, she goes, who?
Yeah.
I said, Linda, our neighbor, she's like, what's her name? And I'm like, it's Linda. She's like, not to you.
Yeah.
And it was like this whole thing.
It can be rude.
Yeah.
You do Miss, like Miss Erica, Miss Tori,
Right, I
Miss
learned.
Karina, but
Right.
it is their first name, but we always have the first
Miss.
Mrs. or Miss.
That's nice. That is really good. One time I said, hey, Sharon. And she goes, I don't know if that's how you would call me. And I was like, whoops.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't again.
That's a good way to handle it.
Yeah. I bet this next one really upset some people. Not giving up your seat on a bus or train for an older
Rude.
person.
I don't know what is going
Dude,
through
come
people's minds, but I have seen, especially like growing up or coming of age, I should say, I was in downtown Chicago and I would take the L or the bus everywhere. And the amount of people who would not get up for people who barely could step onto the L or to the bus. And you don't stand up to give them, or someone's holding a baby.
Yeah, or a pregnant woman.
And you don't stand up, like that's insanity to me.
And you do see it in different cultures, like in Asia and in Japan, like if someone's older, it is immediate. Please sit down. Respect.
And I'm not defending that kind of behavior, but I will say when you live in a major city for a long time, it becomes a lot of like, this is your arena, and you just don't.
You zone out.
You don't look if somebody's making a scene on the train. You don't really get involved. You just don't get involved when you live in really big cities. So not excusing it, but sometimes the density just makes you lose your humanity a little bit.
Your humanity, that's fair. How do you feel about this one? Not dressing appropriately for airplanes. Jessica, I don't want to call you that. Erica, you dress up for airplanes beautifully.
Yes, I do dress up to travel because that's something that my big mama instilled in me. And it's also very appreciated and reciprocated by the team.
Yeah, the crew likes it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my mom said you look like trash once, and I was like, I never wore that again. How about, love you, Mom. How about asking people if their hair color, nails, or breasts are real?
No.
I was asked this.
Who does this?
I was asked this, and I'm proud to say whatever, it's natural, whatever, but it's like so
weird.
Could I ask a question for
Bizarre.
somebody that will never know? In the women's bathroom, and there seems like there's camaraderie in there. Would it be normal for like a strange woman to ask you if your breasts are real?
Yeah, it's weird now.
It's weird.
Yeah,
Unless it's like your friend, like you're hanging out with your friends and you're all like, you know, like talking about things that you can't, anything can be on the table because you trust them. But I don't think you say that to a stranger. I don't think that's appropriate in my book.
I agree.
I would agree with that.
I think that's right. I think that's right. They're real. Coming up on DBL. We're talking with Bethany Frankel. I'm sorry. All about her new Lifetime movie role. And a veteran comes out as gay in his obituary. The final words he wrote so he could rest in peace. Plus how his family is reacting now. Welcome back to DBL. Of course, June is Pride Month. Big shout out to Pride. And this story about an 85-year-old Vietnam War veteran is another example of how times have changed. I want you to meet Colonel Edward. He's right here. Colonel Edward Thomas Ryan recently passed away. He was a retired firefighter and Army veteran who lived in New York, and now his obituary is going viral. It ended with a message written by Ryan himself that said, quote, "I must tell you one more thing. I was gay all my life, through grade school, through high school, through college, through life." He also revealed he had, quote, love of his life, a man named Paul. The two shared 25 great years together before Paul died in 1994. Ryan also apologized for not having the courage to come out as gay, writing, quote, "I was afraid of being ostracized by family, friends, and coworkers. Seeing how people like me were treated, I just could not do it." Well, you did it now, Colonel. We thank you for your service and for your opening up about this. What do we all think about a testimony teacher, as Erica says, after you pass?
I mean, I'm sure that was liberating for him, knowing that his truth would be told by him even after he passed away. But it's incredibly disappointing, disheartening, because this is a man who served his country. He was a frontline worker. He constantly put his life on the line for a country and a world that didn't allow him to be fully himself. And when you think about it, like, the love of his life for 25 years passed away in '94. He likely wasn't even able to be by his side when he passed because of the laws in this country. So, I mean, while it might, I hope he's resting in peace now. It's a sad story.
There's a famous. Go ahead, Al.
No, I was going to say, Erica, you know, as you were talking, I was like, this is a sad story. It depends on how you look at it. Obviously, it's sad. It reminds you of how many people to this day sacrifice and serve this country and don't get that same love as soon as they come back home. But that's kind of a different conversation. If I'm looking at this in a glass half full kind of way, I do see a man that started his life in a way that just mentioning the word gay was not on the table. And in the end, he saw not only gay marriage become legal, but societally, like, it should have been accepted a long time ago, but at least he got to see it. And it does mean something. It's sad he didn't get a chance to take advantage of it with his lover, Sam, his partner, but you know, there is a little bit of beauty to this.
And I'm hoping, I do believe that when we pass on, that there's some sort of spirit that's aware. And I do hope that he sees that on a grand scale, we're all talking about it. It's not just affecting the few people that may read the obituary. It hopefully will change people's minds, going, wow, I don't want to ostracize my own family member. I better, if I have any inkling, I better look at myself in the mirror and be more accepting so my loved one can feel supported.
Totally. There's a famous gravestone in Vietnam and a vet that says, "You gave me a medal for killing a man, but discharged me for loving one." And I always bring that quote up. I think that's important. Coming up on DBL, our interview with Bethany Frankel. She's telling us why she decided to get back into acting years after trying it in the early 90s. And stick around for today's Deal Blast. We've got great bargains on everything from candles to gorgeous jewelry.
Welcome back. Bethany Frankel is making her Lifetime debut in the new movie Danger in the Dorm. And earlier, she told us all about returning to acting and how she relates to her character. Check it out.
I can't leave the other girls here. Kathleen, don't do this. I'm not leaving. You're so eager to prove that you're not afraid. You can't just leave. This campus is not safe.
Ooh, Bethany Frankel, welcome to DBL.
Thank you. How are you?
We're doing great. How are you?
Wonderful.
Well, we're happy to have you here. Bethany, congratulations, because you've made your Lifetime movie debut. This movie is inspired by a true crime novelist story. So are you a fan of true crime?
I love any true crime story. That's what I watch on television. I watch like anything in some small, bleak Irish town where there's been some mystery that needs to be solved. I'm in.
All right, so this is your Lifetime movie debut, but we heard that in your 20s you briefly tried acting. Did you stop pursuing that? Did something happen? Well, how come you didn't pursue that more?
So I came to LA to try to be an actor. I don't think I had the confidence that it takes, in the sense that I was a hostess at a restaurant. I was fine with that. I was always working in those types of jobs, but I didn't feel confident in saying to people that I was an actor, because you're not really working at it, then you're not a working actor. And I didn't have the confidence to stand behind it. And also I think I was trying to act in a way that I thought people would want me to act, versus this time being older and having the faith in myself and the trust to just understand what was going on and be true to the role, not the way that I think it's supposed to be.
And you know what? You mentioned your role. So you play a frantic, protective mom in the movie. Are there any similarities to you as a mom in real life?
I think I could even be maybe sometimes more frantic in real life. I think that a mom whose daughter is at a school where a murder has taken place and the daughter is going to stay, I would say hysteria would be more appropriate. But sometimes we act differently in the actual situation. And I did, in these scenes, feel like I was in the actual situation. That's why I thought this was so much truer than anything I could imagine, because I couldn't fathom a mother leaving their child at a school where a murder had been taking place. And at any age, if I had a 50-year-old child, I'd be putting them, in a potato sack and taking them home.
As a professor's daughter, my mother was actually a professor at the university I attended. So every week it was like, so we're going to lunch together. We're going to lunch together. I'm like, Mom, I am independent.
Right.
I live here. You go home.
Well, I'm going to school. That's a great idea, because I could get a job teaching in a university. And I didn't think of that. I could get a job. I could probably be the dean of my daughter's university, which is a life destroyer. But I'm going to get a place in the city that she gets. Well, we're going to college in a warm weather climate. I think I should tell you about that. Yeah. Near a beach.
Yes.
And my apologies, your daughter's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You're planting the seed, Erica.
I have. So Bethany, you aren't the only former housewife to be on Lifetime. Lisa Rinna had a movie premiere last month. So I got to know, whose movie should I be watching first?
Oh, well, Lisa Rinna is a bona fide actress, and she's married to an amazing actor who's probably won Emmys. So I'm sure hers will be very good and entertaining. I would say you're going to see Lisa Rinna acting more than you are me. So I would say you probably would go see mine, because it's going to be more of like an eclipse. It's a rarer occasion. But I did well. And I actually called Denise Richards to ask her if I should do it. And she said that I should do it. She kind of did. I was like, walk me through everything, every day, etc. But she didn't tell me how hard it is. She didn't say like how hard, like what kind of hard work it is. She kind of just said like, you have to do it. There's no scenario where you shouldn't do it. So that was one of the reasons I did it.
Bethany, thank you so much for joining us on DBL. To our viewers, you can see Bethany in the new Lifetime movie Danger in the Dorm, premiering June 16th. Thanks again, Bethany. Congratulations. We'll be right back.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
The Caribbean is calling you. This June, we're celebrating Caribbean Heritage Month with Sandals by giving away 2 all-inclusive vacations to any Sandals resort of your choice. Watch DBL every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblasslab.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night escape for 2. The winner will be announced on DBL June 26. Make memories for a lifetime and start entering for your chance to win a trip to any Sandals resort. Today's word of the day is sunsets.
I love a good sunset.
I love a good
Isn't
sunset.
that lovely?
Oh my goodness, a glimmer.
hot
if you will.
take.
It's called a glimmer.
Hot take, a glimmer.
A glimmer.
Not a trigger.
Not a trigger.
You're right. Welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Stop, Al. We'll check them out. What do you have for us today, Steph? Let's shop.
Hey Tori, hello DBL Nation. We are super excited to show you the deals today. They are wonderful, so let's go shopping and check everything out. First, we've got the caloric 2-in-1 air fryer and deep fryer.
Ooh, nice.
So this deal includes 1 air and deep fryer, and with this appliance, you will get all the crunch and taste you want from your food with less oil and fat.
Need this.
And normally this is $140, Tori, but we've got it for $39.99. That's saving everyone 72%.
Good Lord.
And this is much a healthier way to eat, Tori. Prepare your food.
2-in-1 product, saving some space.
There you go, Tori. Up next, we have the 3-pack Kraft & Kin all-natural soy wax candles.
Love.
This deal includes 3 candles available in 4 cents. So normally they're $21 each, but we've got a 3-pack for $19.99. That's saving 68%. Up next, we've got the Diamond Muse 1/10 carat TW genuine diamond stud earrings.
Beautiful.
This deal includes 1 pair of prong set round cut diamond earrings. We have them available in rose gold, sterling silver and yellow gold. Normally they are $100.
Okay.
We've got them for $20. That's saving 80%. And then last but definitely not least today, we've got the Make Lemonade back massager. This deal includes 1 massager and it's going to give you that spa-like experience wherever you may be using it. Normally this is $140.
Okay.
We have got it for $59.99. That's saving 58%, and I think this is just so snazzy.
Imagine if you are remote working from home, how nice that would be to do your work
Yeah.
with that in the back. Head on over, y'all, to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can always scan that QR code on screen. It will take you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph. Wow. All right, we got a great comment. This is about Bethany Frankel. Megan says, I think she's cool and she has the confidence to say what she wants and she doesn't care what people think.
She definitely has no filter.
She really doesn't. She also has like $180 bazillion.
I know.
Which helps with
Which
the no
really
filter.
helps.
Yes, right.
You know?
She's okay no matter what.
Yeah, it's important to know.
They call
All
that
right.
something kind of money. I forgot what it is.
That kind of, yeah. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Exactly.